It's a spooky game. Oh, let's go. All right. Just like last time, I might not look at chat super often. I mean, I'm going to, but you know. Don't be offended if I don't respond to absolutely everything that everybody says, because we got to keep the mood up. I didn't have the pop-up window open. Why did I close that? And there it is. Let's refresh the chat. Get that back up, and here we go. All right. Back to Amnesia. Oof. Let's clean these glasses a bit too. Oh geez, things are like stretching and moving around. Am I crazy right now in the game? Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Well, that doesn't sound good. Okay. So where we last left off in the game, I need to get like these 3 pillars to use in the to get the elevator working. Is it to get the elevator working? Yeah, I need to get these 3 pillars, or these 3 levers. I have 2 of them, and they said that if I ever don't have a full set, then we need to get the others from the inner study. The inner study is here, or the study is here. So I imagine this is where the other one is going to be. I don't remember if there is a spooky monster around here, though. I guess we'll have to find out the hard way. They did say inner study. Okay, this is considered a dark area, I guess. Oh, geez. Right, this game's scary. Okay, let's go. Hey, Dog Diggity. Okay, is this the inner study? Right, this was this creepy room. Okay. I feel like if there's an item that I need to find, it's got to be in here, right? Ooh, ducking is on toggle. I wonder if there's an option for that. I have to have already looked in this stuff. Look how deep these drawers are. Oh right, that was the thing full of skeletons, okay. Well, that looks perfectly normal. Some light reading. Oh, nice, Dong Diggity. Yeah. I kind of rushed the Republic of Dave because I thought like, oh, I can do that real quick before I go to bed. But then like I wanted to go to bed. Doesn't seem like this is something I'm going to be able to get past. can't move that. Yeah, like, I've already completely explored the study. I'm not seeing where a third lever could be. Maybe I should just go back to the elevator place, try to use the 2 levers. 4-phase, and because this one's called Trinity Steam Rod. I don't know, Trinity, there's 3 of them. Maybe I should just try to use the 3, or the 2 that I have, and then maybe they'll more explicitly state where the other ones are. Because we've already been in here. There's not much. But yeah, Fallout 3, I want to play more of that very soon. I might play that tomorrow, who knows. I shouldn't, you know, it's never a promise with me. Like today, I came down to play Conker's Bad Fur Day and ended up playing Rock Band for 4 hours. So yeah, when they say inner study, apparently they don't mean that. We've been to the guest room. I don't even remember what was in there. And let's just refresh ourselves too on what the other rooms are. Because it has been a few days now. Storage. Now that's where I got the 2 rods that I do have. Who knows, maybe I missed the 3rd rod in there. Find a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. Yeah. The strange letter frightened him, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort. Alright, so as far as this place goes, I don't really know what the deal with this is yet. These pipes seem not as efficient as they could be, and that's spooky. Okay. So what we've got here, we've got a Trinity steam rod. That's probably the triangle one. A 4-phase, maybe that's the square one. And then I can take them back out if I want. Yeah, I need one more rod. A full set of 3 rods, if a full set of 3 rods is unavailable. There is 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again, unless it is absolutely necessary. Okay. We got to go back to the study. It's got to be there. I got to be missing something. Maybe there's a little lever to pull on the wall, like that first puzzle. Wait, this isn't where I need to go. Oh, I gotta say, maybe, in the future, if I stream for, or if I drum for 4 hours, maybe that has to be all I do. 'Cause I am pooped right now. Or maybe if it's getting to be over 2 hours, I should just stop drumming. Okay, so here's this room. Where's the rod? Eh. I'm gonna tear this place apart, like in the movies. In the inner study rooms. The hell is this? Chambers of the human skull. Knock, knock. The canine spine. Who let the dogs out? What didn't I just... Oh, it is broken. Whoops. All right, can we take this shovel? And dig our way out? Let's go. Inner study rooms. Gotta be missing something here. Either that or I found one. What if I found one rod? In the study here, and then I found the other one in the other place, and I need to go back in that other place to get the second one. I don't think so, though. I'm like almost sure I found the two rods that I found in the same place. All right, let's just really closely examine all this stuff. can't open that. And then once we find it, we can come back and not waste all this shit.
This shouldn't be.
I don't like when there's talking. When there shouldn't be talking. Here's a Jesus. Oh boy. I'm just gonna end up using up all my tinder boxes and lantern fluid looking for this thing. Hey, I hear an owl. That window doesn't even sound like a window. The other one does, but the other one you can't see through. This one you can. Aha. Okay, I was starting to think that it was going to be a window thing. That's why I started trying to break those two windows. Okay. So let's exit without saving. Continue. And not waste those tinder boxes and lantern fluid. You're glad we found it? Oh no. It's that thing now though where it's like, yay, I made progress, but oh no, now I'm further into the unknown. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind has not even wasted a breath, yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa the Ripper, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. And that's just what it says. Elevator renovation plans. Chamber controller. Using steam power for elevation. I got kind of excited about that one, because the thing is, we also need to know how to use the thing, how to use the 6 or 5 knobs. Okay, there's our other rod. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meters should be read, up 8 and down 8. The meters should read up 8 and down 8. Oh, okay. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. Yeah. Okay, and that's the other end of that. Ooh, lantern oil. Okay, so 8 on top, 8 on bottom. That's going to be the rod puzzle. Oh boy. Something scary is going to happen when I come out here. Yup. I fell. Oh, jeez. It seems like last time I, just straight up could walk over these. There we go. All right. Hope nothing spooky is here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Oh shit, this place is getting spooky. All this shit all over everything. That's blocked off now. This is full of blood with the thing in it. Oh no. Okay, machine room, stay normal. Don't have zombies all over the place. Don't be too scary. Alright, so we need 8 on top. I'm hearing noises. 8 on top, 8 on bottom. So if we were to give it, let's see, something like 4, 3, and 1. Hand. That gives 5. Oh no, that's too much down here. Okay, so what if we changed the 4 to a 3? And the 1 to a 2? Oh, they don't... I mean, I got 8 on top. But it's supposed to be 8 on the bottom. Oh, it is. Oh, I can leave rods in the middle? Okay. I assumed I had to do it all. I assumed I had to use every rod. Okay, so now we have the 3 rods here. So flow. Now, we have a note that says, make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity, steam, set functions. 4-phase amplitude. Complete flow cycle. But like, it doesn't really say what order to put them in. I'm just gonna say that 4-phase is probably square, Trinity is probably triangle, flow cycle is probably circle. Yeah. Okay. We've got the elevator working. Okay, yep. What the fuck? There isn't a monster behind me, is there? Okay, it's just the stuff. God, it keeps like appearing on top of me. Jeez. What the fuck? Yikes. Just getting some health back here. A wound is bleeding quite badly. I'm enjoying the noise of this machine. The machine working, it's oddly soothing. Alright. I think we're fine here. Let's just close this and go. Wait. Oh, the door's that way. Yeah, your floor that hurts me for some reason. Alright, here we are in the elevator. Let's go. He panted heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine cabinet had been overturned and lay collapsed on the floor. He reached through the broken glass door and grabbed all the sedatives he could find. quite underground now. The servants avoided him, yet he knew they were there. They all smelled of spiced wine.
Come, this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a Baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Oh yeah. It's so scary. It's scary how little everybody's talking. It's making it scarier. Oh, jeez. I don't want to be here in this place. I want to go back to the place that I understood a little bit. The place that I could kind of see as a lobby. And I had seen before on a previous attempt at the game. Now we are just like 100% in blind territory. I had never gotten the elevator working. But I had been to that lobby. Can't we just play Silent Hill 2? This is not happening right now. This is just noises. It's just sounds. That's not a thing that's happening right now. It's just, okay, I gotta stop getting so worried. Okay, here we go. It's just a video game. If there's an enemy, it's just an enemy in a video game. This is gonna be a maze. Let's just hug the left wall. I am in the light. My sanity is ... That doesn't seem great. Yo, there's a candle right here. Does that candle not count? What's this? A hammer?
This shouldn't be.
I don't have anything to help my sanity. Hi, Ghost. How are you? Oh! Okay. Okay, things are looking a little better now. My screen isn't melting anymore. Let's try this. Okay, yep, that's a monster. Okay. That monster didn't look so scary. Why don't we just run over into this room? Let's close the door behind us. The one reborn. I've never really had trouble with that boss. I don't really have any tips, I don't think. I got a pretty good look at the monster that time, and it wasn't very scary looking. It just like had a big mouth. Area 2. Well, I don't think I saw everything in Area 1. I don't think I ever went down this way. Oh, some little rat buddies. Alright. Take this! There we go. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to just be like, yeah, he's easy, because, you know, everybody has trouble with different bosses, but, yeah, that's always been a boss that I've just never died to. It seems like you can just kind of wail on his ass all the time. And then, like, sometimes he falls over, and then he can go over to his face, and I'm not sure if you can get a visceral attack on it. But you probably can, right? Shit, I don't know which way to go. Let's go left. Even though I already went the other way a little bit. I should try to be pretty quick about moving around since I'm using a lot of lantern oil here.
Where is she? Where did she go?
No. Oh, tell.
Hey, Spooky.
I'll never tell you.
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself.
You can get up to the Bell Witches and kill them.
There's no telling what horrors await down there.
I shouldn't be telling you this stuff. You'll figure it out. It's locked, but the lock is very corroded and weak. Can we needle it? Can we drill it? Can we hammer it? Okay.
That fragrance.
I can hear the monster like right behind me. They don't know when to quit, yeah. Enemies, they're supposed to hassle you a little bit and then stop hassling with it, yeah. These Bell Witches, they don't know when to quit. On Halloween? Probably. I'll probably be streaming with the costume on.
But Mother, I don't want to leave without you. Hurry,
But
Chief.
Frada,
You must go. Find Gabriel.
I don't
Get
want
off.
any of that.
Tell him to alert the King's men. No.
I don't like her. Don't like her?
We don't have time to make the hole any wider. Someone is coming. Hurry.
I'll cover the hole with the bed. Everything will be fine. I promise.
Okay, I'm starting to lose where I've been. A robust padlock that is in good shape. I had way more trouble with ROM than the one Reborn, no doubt. ROM is pretty tough. Yeah, I never count my attempts. The lock is corroded and weak. I don't think I went this way yet. Oh no, okay, so it just kind of loops around. Down there, there's a padlock that's in good shape. And we've got that stuff. And then we've got this. And it's not this. It's not any of this, huh? What's this? Oh, that's just my lantern, okay. Yeah, I mean, Gascoigne is tough at the beginning, but he's not really a hard boss. He's tough, you know how the game is at the beginning. When you first start playing it, you can't even believe how hard it is. Like, everything is so insurmountable. And during that time, I think he's really hard. Do I like raisins? I haven't had them in a very long time, but yes, I do like raisins. Raisins are a thing that I find hard to stop eating. Like, like you can never seem to... Oh, what did that say? It's, yeah. Like, no raisin is good enough to be the last raisin. Kind of like cashews, from what I've had of pistachios. What's all this fucking rumbling happening? Okay, well, there's a spooky monster over there. Is he gonna keep following me? Or can I sit here in the light for a minute? Okay, you know what? The monsters here aren't the most threatening things in the entire world. I think I'm pretty okay here. This isn't too scary. Twizzlers? I haven't had a Twizzler in so long. My mom really loves licorice, though. My mom is, like, big into licorice. I used to eat... Oh, a chipper. Here we go. I used to... Do you guys know what snaps are, the candy? They're like black... They're like candy-coated black licorice. And that used to be a candy that my mom always had around, and so I would have one, or I would have them every once in a while. But it's just kind of funny. It seems like the kind of candy that you would like joke about old ladies having, and like, you know, like kids want candy, and then, you know, old grandma, she's just got some snaps. Why is there nothing in here? All there was in here was lantern? Did that blow my torches out? King, I feel like you asked something the other day that I didn't answer, and I don't remember what it was. And you probably don't remember what it was. You had stale black licorice at the mall once and never again. I didn't know licorice went stale, but I guess, of course it does. And, like, the chipper's not gonna work here. Yeah. Gummy bears. So gummy bears, you know, and like licorice nowadays and stuff, it's the kind of candy that I can't really have anymore because I have cavities. I have like really bad cavities now, to the point where some of my teeth are like half missing. So I kind of can't really have candy like that anymore. I would love to get my teeth fixed, and I'm going to at some point. But like right now, I just like, I don't eat chocolate anymore. I don't eat gummy stuff. I love gummy stuff though, and I love fruit snacks. I fucking love fruit snacks. Our store used to have these Super Mario fruit snacks. Did I get them filled? Not yet. I got some filled a long time ago, but since then, like some of my teeth are just like a large portion of the tooth is missing. Like I have bad cavities. So yeah. That's why I don't eat like chocolate or fruit snacks and that kind of stuff anymore. And I just focus on salty snacks. Am I supposed to go back to Area 1? Did I miss something back here? I'm using up way too much lantern here. But alright. Here's all the way back. Oh my gosh, the lanterns. I'm like just out of lantern juice. But yes, I did get my first few cavities filled. I had a root canal. And it was a very strange experience, a root canal. It sucked overall. It wasn't painful. I did not have braces. I should have, kind of. My teeth are not very well aligned. But I didn't want braces and my parents didn't force them on me, so I just kind of have slightly fucked up teeth. And then when I went to the dentist more recently, I really liked what he asked. He asked me, he looked at my fucked up teeth and said, I forgot exactly how he asked it, but he asked something like, is that something you want to get fixed, or basically, is it something that's just unique? You know, is it something? Are you just cool with having a unique mouth? And I was like, I'm totally like one of my top teeth on my front row of teeth goes behind my bottom row of teeth. It's like that. I'd show you guys my teeth, but I mean, it's gross. The cavities. But yes, I got a root canal once. It didn't hurt. It was not painful because I was numb, you know. They numbed me up, and they numbed me up really well. The problem was that when they were drilling my teeth, I could smell the burning enamel, and it was very upsetting. I really did not like it. And that's kind of mostly what I remember. Also, just sitting there with people's hands in your mouth for an hour, you know, sucks. Ooh, that smell. Yeah, dude, it sucked. What the hell is this? Can I... You know what I'm talking about? Yup. It's gross. It's unsettling. I don't know where to go. I do want to get my teeth fixed, though, because I love candy bars, man. I just love candy bars. I want to eat Three Musketeers again. I want to eat Butterfingers again. Butterfingers and Three Musketeers I really love. 100 Grand bars, great. Twix bars, fantastic. I don't like candy bars with nuts in them, though. Get that shit out of here. Snickers. Get that out of here. Almond Joy, come on now. You're just ruining it. What the hell is this? Some eaten up rats. There must be a cat on the loose. What the fuck? Yeah, I love Twix. Is there like a desk that I haven't looked in the drawer of or something? Tell him I'm Batman. That would be stupid. You don't have any weapons. The problem with that is that you're not Batman, and I think he'll call your bluff. I have this brick. You have a silver-filled tooth pushed inwards in your mouth because that tooth was supposed to come out the bottom. Oh, yep. I have one of those too. My bottom right canine my bottom right canine didn't push the baby tooth out. Instead, it just changed course and came inward in my mouth. So I've got two of those. I've got one of those on top and one on bottom. So like if I were to bite something with the front of my mouth and then you look at my bite mark, it looks really weird, kinda. But I like it. I think that's what the dentist asked me that I was talking about. He was like, do you want to get this fixed or do you like it? Or something like that. And I was like, I like it. Thanks for offering that as an option. That I just like having this thing in my mouth. I don't know what to do. And I'm completely out of lantern oil. And a spooky wind took out all my torches. So there's a sturdy padlock. I would think if it's sturdy that I need a key. Excited for Chrono Cross? Yeah, I'll play that at some point. Alright, I'm just gonna light every torch around here because I cannot seem to, because I'm losing all my lantern, you know? I don't have any lantern oil left. When is the snowfall usually in Minnesota? I think it's supposed to be, it's like supposed to be in November, but a lot of the time we'll get midway through December and be like, shit, dude, is it gonna snow before Christmas? So it seems to go a lot later lately. It seems to go a lot later now than it's supposed to, but winter always also stays longer than it's supposed to now. When I was a kid, we always said that April showers made May flowers, because it rained a lot in April, but nowadays it's still snowing in May. So it just seems like the winter season shifted later in the year. But yeah, right, sometimes it does snow before Halloween. I know that goes. I know not to expect another Chrono Trigger. If it was another Chrono Trigger, I think more people would have played it. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. People haven't played good games. Fellas. Oh, lantern's gone. I'm completely out of lantern. Hope there's nothing in there that I need. Fuck. Oh yeah, right. I mean, Christmas stuff starts getting sold before Thanksgiving nowadays. Every store is trying to be sooner and sooner than everybody else with their Christmas deals, until eventually the entire goddamn year is going to be holiday season. However, as things tend to go, that won't actually happen. People will get sick of it.
Getting closer somehow.
Do I shop on Black Friday? Sometimes for myself. I bought a TV on Black Friday and got a dope-ass deal on it, and it's the TV that I'm playing this game on right now. But as far but that was like the one and only time, I should say. That was like the one and only time. I used to work at GameStop, so Black Friday was, you know, work a long hard day. And then one year that I finally hey there, Rogue. One year that I finally was not working in retail, on Black Friday, I went and I got a TV at Micro Center, and it was a really good deal. However, ever since then, no, I don't shop on Black Friday anymore. It's like, it's such a pain. There's just so many people. Everybody's mean and annoying. You had a few bad games growing up too? What did I say that was a bad game? Do I like Christmas season? I like that everybody is trying to be positive, but I hate Christmas music, man. I hate Christmas music. I really dislike a lot of things about the Christmas season, and overall I dislike it because I don't like Christmas music, and I don't like the idea of gift giving, really. I think it's dumb to say everybody buy something for somebody else, because it's all it only benefits corporations. And then I just don't really like winter that much, though. I know I'm supposed to like winter because it's metal, but I don't like winter, man. I don't like having to prepare to be able to go outside. I want to just be able to open my door and walk outside in my socks and my t-shirt and my pajama pants. What's stupid? That I don't like Christmas? Or that I don't like winter? Witness a theft? Yes. A few times. Well, okay, do you mean like I saw it with my eyes, or it was caught on camera at my store? Did I say I'm supposed to like winter because it's metal? It is, though. Winter's metal, man. I don't think I ever saw somebody steal with my eyes. But there was a time where I had a stack of Xbox games, and I had to go in the back room for like 10 seconds, and I came back out, and the guy who was in the store was gone, and the stack of Xbox games was gone, except for a couple of them that were on the floor. And yeah, we looked at the camera, and it's like the moment I closed the door, the guy just bolts behind the counter, grabs the stack, and bolts out. Except at that store, here's the problem. Here's the fucking problem. At that store, because that store was in Minneapolis, we had a camera at head level, face level, on the door, on the entrance door. So there was a perfect shot of this guy's face. Like just undeniable who it is, you know? If somebody were to see it. Because as the guy's leaving, he goes right by this camera. You basically look at it. It was a hidden camera. Still, though, you know, police aren't going to find him. No way they're going to catch the guy. They never caught the guy. Of course they didn't. So, that's annoying. I have a few more stories, though, so that was one thing. Man, and let me tell you, when you go back and look at some footage of you going behind the counter or into a back room, and then this guy who just asked you like what new games came out this month or something and pretended to be normal pulls that shit, it like, oh boy, it makes you seethe. I had a guy take a 360 headset and put it in his pants. Here's another thing. Like, let me tell you about GameStop. There was a guy that we caught on camera putting a headset in his pants and leaving. That guy traded in games, which at GameStop means that we took his ID and we wrote down his name, address, physical description, everything about him. We knew his name and address. But GameStop didn't care, though. They didn't care. They didn't go after him. We knew he stole a headset. Why bother a customer? He traded in games. They're gonna make so much money off the games he traded in. Who cares if he's an asshole and stole a headset? It's like, oh my god. I've got another good one. Oh, I had an employee who stole a day's worth of cash profit. At a store. That, of course, got actioned because it was an employee. But yeah, we had an employee who, you know, like every day you're supposed to take the money to the bank, right? Or maybe not every day. I don't remember. We had to go to the bank and deposit, you know, the cash that we made in the previous day. And we had an employee steal that. That guy got let go. There's one really good story I just remembered that I forgot. Oh shit! What was it? We had that guy, we had that guy. We had that thing. Oh, man. Did you get someone to try to trade in games that were really badly scratched? Oh, yeah, all the time. I mean, when we took in trades, we just marked whether they were defective or not. And anything marked defective went to the warehouse to be resurfaced. Did they do a good job? No. But it meant that we weren't selling them in our store. Never buy refurbished things from GameStop. Never. But yeah, so, but yeah. I mean, when we took them in that way. What's refurbished? Are you asking really? Refurbished? Like fixed? So for like a game disc, that means that they've resurfaced the bottom of it. Like they buff off a layer so that any scratches have been, you know, made less deep. Or like a game console, you know, they say they fixed it. It's a fancy way to say it was broken and they fixed it. And now they're selling to you something that was broken.
Is anyone there?
Apparently the monsters are gone. I haven't seen a monster in like 20 minutes. So yeah, like at GameStop, things that are refurbished means that they came from the warehouse where they fix things. But those guys are just... The warehouse are apparently a bunch of just fucking morons who can't fix anything. Am I supposed to like... There's no way. I don't know what to do. What is this up here? Do I need to break this? Buying new can be expensive. I'm saying go used over refurbished. Go used and like check it out to make sure it's okay. But like, don't get refurbished, because that means that at some point it was deemed unsuitable for sale, and then the warehouse took it and then The guy at the warehouse took the console that was broken, smoked a joint, beat off, and then called it refurbished and sent it to a store to be sold, is how I understand the way that they operate over there. You should get to test consoles and games. Well, there's a 7-day return policy. There's a 7-day money-back policy and a 30-day defective policy at GameStop. So you can take it home and test it, and if it doesn't work, bring it back. Had to work the midnight releases? Oh, yeah. Those were kind of fun. The midnight releases were generally pretty fun. I enjoyed that part of it. That's kind of what, you know how we do trivia on the show here sometimes? Maybe you don't know this, King, because I haven't done it in a while. But we do trivia on the show sometimes, and that originally spawned from me doing trivia at midnight launches at GameStop. And then I was talking about that one day while we played Doom, and then I did trivia on stream because I was talking about a story of when I did it at GameStop once, and then everybody was like, trivia was fun, we should do it more. And then I made it a thing. I'm stuck. You get a week to bring it back for money back. You get a month to bring it back for a replacement. How long do you think they have in it? I don't know, man. As long as publishers keep pushing pre-orders and idiots keep doing it, they've got a while left. But I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say because, like, were the Madden ones the worst? No, the worst midnight launches were, I don't know. I mean, they were all pretty fun, you know? Midnight launches were kind of a fun thing. The worst days at GameStop were the day after Christmas, when it's just returns all day, returns. It's busier than the day after Thanksgiving. The day after Christmas is the worst. And then the others were like the actual launch day of a big game. Like the Call of Duty, for example, midnight launch, fun. Madden midnight launch, fun. Grand Theft Auto midnight launch, fun. But the actual release day, that's when it's annoying because that's when it's just super busy all day. People are there buying for their kids. They're not like the actual people there excited and at a midnight launch. It's like the people who don't care, you know, and those days weren't as fun. But yeah, I don't know how much longer GameStop has in it. It really depends on a lot of things that I can't predict. I think if anything kills them, I mean, I would love it to be their shitty business practices and not just the industry moving away from their business model. The Assassin's Creed Origins bullshit GameStop poll. I think there would be a lot more people avoiding the... Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's what I've realized is that people don't give a shit. People who play Assassin's Creed just don't give a shit about where they buy it from. Or the company being shitty. I feel like this is what I have to do. How is it not this? How is this not the door I need to get into right now? I mean, I feel like everybody who's against pre-orders, how much was employee discount? 15%. And I'm not going to talk about the discount that everybody gets. You could get 25% on used, but that's because everybody can get 10% off. You know, customers can. We had to pay for that, just like everybody else did. So 15%. Yeah, Visceral Games got shut down. Oh, right, it was not on systems. I forgot about that. Right, it was 15%, but not on, like, systems, digital stuff. I don't think it was on digital stuff, at least. But yeah, dude. Visceral getting shut down. I mean, let's all face it. When we saw Dead Space 3, we all knew that Visceral was not long for this world. And I'm surprised it took as long as it did for them to get shut down. Not saying they deserved it. I'm saying EA was clearly throwing them under the bus, to use a proverbial statement incorrectly, for a long time. But yeah, Dead Space 1 was awesome. I never played Dead Space 2, but I heard it was also good. But man, Dead Space 1 was sweet. Are there enough people in here to do trivia? Because I'm bored of running around this hallway with no monsters in it, no fuel in my lantern, and unable to figure out what's going on. Is EA ever gonna get shut down? EA is the same kind of thing as GameStop, where it's like the company is so big and there are so many people who just don't care or even know about how shitty their business practices are, that something huge has to happen for them to go out. I never finished Dead Space 1 also. I've not played very much Dead Space 1. It was really good when I played it, but I didn't finish it. I can't leave. I want Sai to be here for trivia next time because there's a... Oh, I shouldn't say what it is. It would be a spoiler. There's a topic that I know she likes. Mrs. Mudcrab. Oh yeah. GameStop acquired Electronic Boutique like before I even worked for them. Maybe. Well, there might have still been EB Games. No, I think it was like right after. They also acquired Funko Land. I don't know if anybody else remembers Funko Land, but that got absorbed into GameStop. The first GameStop that I worked at was in Rogers, Minnesota, and that used to be a Funko Land. It was a Funko Land I went to as a kid and bought Pokemon cards at. And the back room still had the colorful Funko Land lettering. I'm still trying to remember what this other theft story I remembered was. I remembered something that would be fun to talk about. Oh, I remembered it. Okay, one time somebody made a really shady trade-in, right? I just remembered two GameStop theft stories. Both related to trade-ins. Where the police actually did get involved, but it wasn't because GameStop wanted them to. It was because like somebody who had games stolen from them called the police, and then they investigated and found that they had traded them in at GameStops. What are you talking about, Melon? As far as make EA not make money anymore? Well, yeah, stop buying their games and stop fucking pre-ordering them. The only reason that I pre-order games is that I get a discount on Amazon. I got Mario Odyssey for like $47.99. I should just say $48. I got Mario Odyssey for like $48 because of Amazon Prime. And it's a Nintendo game, so I know I'm gonna buy it. But anyway, I didn't pre-order it to get the cool classic skin or whatever, or the bonus mission. Okay, so I'm gonna write this down real quick. I gotta write down the stories to talk about, so that I don't forget again. That one and that one. All right. But before that happens, we need to take a second. We need to change gears here for just a minute, because shit's kind of not happening in this game. So let's just come over here and go with a little, That's not the song I was looking for. Oh man, it goes like beep boo, beep boop boop beep boo.
Never felt like.
Damn it. All right, whatever. We'll go with this one. It's trivia time on the Super Retro Bros show. What? Oh shit, let me get the mouse pad running. Hang on. There we go. All right, here we go. It's trivia time, you guys. On the Super Retro Bros show, because there's not enough going on in the video game right now. I will explain how to play right now. Here's how it works. There are going to be 2 rounds. On the first round, there are no stakes necessarily. So both questions will be multiple choice A through D, and everybody votes on a straw poll on the answer. And if everybody answers the question properly, or if everybody together gets the right answer in round 1, then everybody gets 5 retro bucks. You can check your amount of retro bucks that you have by typing in !points in the chat. And then round 2 is a betting round where everybody can bet any amount of points that they want and get some extra money. You get the idea. You bet! And then round 2 happens. If everybody gets round 2 right, they double their retro bucks, or they lose them if everybody gets it wrong. So again, there are 2 categories. Let us look up, let us find out what today's categories are. Today's categories are all night. Direction. What? All right, here we go. Today we have 2 categories. Category number 1, Pokemon. Or you guys can have category number 2, Digimon. These are today's 2 categories. Let's hear which one you guys want first. Remember, round 1, no stakes, and you get a payout of 5 retro bucks if everybody gets it right. Round 2 is the betting round. So you might want to save the one that you know for second, so that you can bet on the one that you know. Let's hear what you guys want, and then while you guys decide, I'm gonna make the straw polls. I think the song is ending. Oh no. All night. All right, Digimon A, B, C, D. All right, both straw polls have been created. All right, let's see what you guys want. Start with Digimon. Let's go Digimon, Digimon, Digimon. Digimon question is going to be first. Here we go. Are you guys ready for question number 1? Oh no, I still have the Chrono Trigger question on. Okay, got it. And now over here, here's Digimon answer key. And then we're gonna have Pokemon question. There it is. And Pokemon question answer. There it is. Okay, here we go. You're not thinking about cool borders, are you? And then I gotta turn chat off. Okay, question number 1 is, with which product did the Digimon franchise make its debut? Let's, oh shit, straw poll. All right, here's Digimon straw poll. So, with which product did the Digimon series make its debut? What do you guys think it was? What was the first one? I just, give me a second though. Hang on just a second. I don't have the music going yet. There it is. All right. Looks like the votes are coming in, and it looks like you guys have decided. Let's refresh this one more time. Okay, oh yeah, it's a landslide. I think I know who voted for a different one though. Looks like you guys have voted for C. All right, you guys want C? You guys think the first Digimon product was a digital pet? Let's just see. All right. Let's see if you guys got it right. The answer is digital pet. Oh, you guys were right. Yeah! Metalhead was right. You guys followed, and that was the right way to go. So, okay, we got to go like, I think it's points, all 5. I think this is how I do it. Yes, 5 Retro Bucks have been sent to everybody in the channel. All right, guys, you know what that means. Now it is time for the betting round, which means right now I need to know in chat how many Retro Bucks you guys bet for the Pokemon question. Pokemon question is next. Let's hear how much you guys think you know Pokemon. Let's see those bets coming in. All right. I see Melon, 10. I see Hillbilly's betting all in with his 5. Moraine's got 5. Metalhead's going in for 50. 50. Flex is in for 15. Who is this person? Oh, Moraine. I botched the spelling. All right, all right. Did I miss anybody? King in for 5. I've got Melon 10, Hillbilly 5, Moraine 5, Metalhead 50, Flex 15, King 5. Here we go. All right, all right. You can change Melon as long as I see it before the. Oh right, I gotta get chat back on here. Boop. All right. Okay. Melon is increasing their bet to 25. All right. All right. Here we go. Betting is closed. Let's see the next question. Here is our Pokemon question. Let's go. With which product did the Pokemon franchise make its debut? Oh, we've got like a theme today again. What do you guys think it is? Let's go. Let me put the straw poll in chat. It's right here. Doot, 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 doot. Bum, 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 bum. Boo, boo, doo. Da, 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 bum, 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 bum. We've got some discussion. We've got some discussion happening in chat. Today is going to be a big day. There are some big bets. There are some big bets in chat right now. I hope you guys know what you're doing. All right. I think I've got just a couple more seconds on this thing, and then we're ending it. Oh yeah, okay. It looks like we've got 5 votes in chat, and it's pretty landslidey again. I'm seeing a lot of votes here for A coming in. Seeing a lot of votes for A. Oh, the money's really riding on this one, so let's hope you guys are right. Let's go. Let's see if you guys are right. The answer for this one is... It's the video game! You guys got it! You got it right! Oh shit, I turned the volume off. That was supposed to be fun and exciting. There you go. Yeah, you got it. It's the video game. All right. So now it is time. Now it's time for me to pay out everybody's freaking shit. Okay, so here we go. I gotta go. Points. Add Melancholia to 25. I think this is the yes. All right. Points add Silent Hillbilly 9. 5. I gotta copy points add. There we go. Moraine 5. Destruction. Ooh yeah. Da 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 da. Baby baby. Da 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 da. Ooh yeah. Da 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 da. Baby baby. Da 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 down down. What the hell is the number on King's name? 722. There we go! All right. Now let me log into... Let me log into the bot real quick quick and see who's on top. All right, here we go. The new champions are, let's go top 5. 5th, Psycrab with 29 retro bucks. Number 4, Flex Retro with 30 retro. Oh shit, I did the top 4. Top 5. Number 5, Lazy Boy Mario with 25 retro bucks. 4, Psycrab with 29 retro bucks. Number 3 is Flex Retro with 30. Number 2, there's a big gap here. Number 2 is way ahead, Melancholia with 76. And then number 1 is Metalhead, again, even way ahead again, with 105 retro bucks. Metalhead is way ahead. All right. And there we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed Super Retro Bros trivia today. I gotta come up with some new questions now. All right. Well, that was fun. Let's get back to Amnesia now. Hopefully something will happen in this video game soon. So, and I'm also, I was really excited to do this. Oh no, you guys can see my secrets. Oh God. Oh, your immersion. All right. Oh, what the hell? Wait, why is this like this? I guess I'm supposed to be... Huh? What the hell? What the hell scene was I using before? Oh, there it is. Okay, that looks way better. All right, wonderful. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Will we ever be able to put them towards something? I don't think so. Well, maybe at some point if people really want that, but really the only reason that I did a bot. Oh, sorry, Flex. The Chrono Trigger was what Frog's real name was. The only reason that I put it into a bot at first was so that it would be easy to give 5 points to everybody at once. I just wanted to have that be a thing I could do automatically, because it was difficult to do before. Now I've been waiting to do that. Trivia question because I wanted to talk about Pokemon. That might be a thing, Melon. The only problem with that is that, like, what if I don't want to play it? I mean, I could just say no, but then I feel like there's no point in requesting a game if it's just going to be a game that I want to play anyway. But maybe that's how you want it. We'll agree. How about that? Maybe you can use your points at some point to have you and I come to an agreement on a game. But, I don't know, really it's just for fun. The idea is that it's just for fun. Okay, so I really was waiting for that to happen because, yeah, Flex, the 8-4 on Darbian's world record is good, and then I can't believe the frame rule at the end. You don't have to challenge the Bowser. I don't know if you can get to Bowser on a faster frame rule where you would have to challenge him, like as far as how the 8-4 goes. I doubt he lost 21 frames. I doubt that there's 21, well, but maybe, I don't know exactly how the frame rules match or line up. But my point is that he just ran under the Bowser at the end, which is amazing. Oh, okay, all right, Melon, now you're getting somewhere. How's it going, Kazco? It's going very well. We're just playing Amnesia. We just finished up trivia today. And I was going to say, I really wanted to talk about the Pokemon thing. So I recently found out that the very first Pokemon product was the video game. I always assumed it was something else. It clearly wasn't the trading cards because of some of the weird, some of the mechanics in the trading card game are weird and clunky in a way where it seems like they were trying to fit it into like how the video game worked. But I thought that there must have been something. There must have been like some playing cards or a manga or like the digital pet thing like Digimon did. I thought that there must be something like that, but no, the very first Pokemon product was Pokemon Red and Blue for the Game Boy. And really, if you think about that, Pokemon seems way cooler to me now that that's the case. Because, like, it means that Pokemon, it means that, like, okay, I think the stupidest thing about Pokemon is Ash Ketchum, the way that Pokemon say their name. The way that that a Furion goes, Furion! And a Jolteon, you're like, Jolteon, pat, and he's like, meh, Jolteon! That's fucking stupid, right? Actually, he doesn't even go, meh. He goes, Jolteon! That's so fucking dumb, right? Can't believe it, how dumb that is. But that's not how it was. Well, Flex is right that it was red and green in Japan. So right, it would have been red and green because it came out in Japan first. And then in the US it was red and blue, right? So yeah, in the US it was red-blue, but in Japan it was first. Anyway, so the idea that Pokemon were first designed as monsters for a video game, and that the noises that they make on the Game Boy are their calls, are their real calls. You know, like that kind of stuff. It just makes Pokemon seem way cooler. The fact that Ash Ketchum, his name isn't Ash Ketchum, it's just you, the player, but like Ash, just Ash was a predefined name, I think, or Red-Blue, you know, whichever game you were. That's what it was, right? It was Red-Blue were predefined names, or you could pick Ash, or you could pick your own name. I think that's how it was. Yeah, Fire Red's a great one to start with, Spooky. But yeah, all I'm saying is that Pokemon seems way cooler to me now that I know that it was designed as it is in the video game, which I've always thought was cooler than it was portrayed on the show. Okay, let me explain to you guys what's happening in this game, because I'm running around in circles. We are in this maze, and there are 2 doors that I can't open. I opened one door with the hammer and chipper, but now there's still 2 more doors. Let me find them for you. One is down here, but this one's got a padlock on it. It's got this padlock right here on it that you probably can't see very well, but my eyes are adjusting to it. The padlock is robust and in good shape. We're not busting through that. We're gonna need a key. The other one, the other door that we haven't opened is right here. There's also some blood leading to it. This door is locked. It doesn't say anything. Oh god, I'm going crazy. Hang on. Get back in the light. This one doesn't have like a padlock on it. Have a good night, Melon. But it's just locked. It just won't open. It probably opens from the other side or something. Like there's probably something behind it. I am out of lantern fuel. So things like this get really, really dark. And I'm sorry about how dark that gets, but I don't have any lantern oil left. Claiming Pokemon had subliminal messaging because you wasn't sure why you were playing it? Oh, that emote is adorable. I had a really good idea for an emote the other day. I should really write them down. Oh, note taking. I think we should have an emote of like writing down on a piece of paper, taking notes, you know, because taking notes is a big part of this show. All right. It's time to look in every room very methodically and well. This place is also not super scary because at first I got a good view of the monsters and I was like, oh, they're just zombies. So the monsters seemed less scary. But then also, now there's like not a monster anymore. I haven't seen one in forever. It was kind of nerve-wracking to be walking around in an area where I thought the monster was also wandering around and that I would be able to see it. Oh, spooky. See, that's great. I love that. But, you know, I'm talking about a Twitch emote, so it wouldn't be just a piece of paper with writing on it. It would be a cute anime girl thinking really hard on her face, maybe with her tongue sticking out, like, you know, furiously writing on a notepad. I gotta run and get a Soylent, and then I have another GameStop story. I have another GameStop theft story that I want to tell you guys. But, yeah, I'll be back in a second. Just a second. Let's go over here and let's... Oh, that's loud. I'm sorry, that was way louder than I expected it to be. See, you're getting there, Spooky. Just jam those two emotes together and you're perfect. Oh, thanks, Nicole. Okay, I guess Nicole was watching and she... All right, well, never mind. Here we go. Is King still here? Because he was asking me about theft. So I want him to hear the story. Wake up, King! Wake up, my dear! I am going to show you about the House of Amon. Oh, it is time for tea. Okay, sorry. All right, so one time, we had somebody trade in like this really nice pile of games. They traded in, what was like the crown jewel? Odin Sphere. All right, so somebody traded in Odin Sphere, Grim Grimoire, and some other like really weird PS2 games, the kind of shit I love, you know? Just like a bunch of weird PS2 games that are kind of rare, valuable, and showed, you know, that this person had good taste. And I bought the Grim Grimoire and the Odin Sphere. That's why those are the two that I remember. I bought those two games out of that trade. You know, we took them in for the trade, and then I bought those two and took them home, and I played Odin Sphere that night. Fucking loved it. Really, really liked Odin Sphere. I haven't beaten it, but I played it a bit, right? And then the next day, I'm at work, and a police officer comes in and says that they had a report of somebody around the area had their game stolen. And they were wondering if they traded them in. And they gave us a list of games, and it was those games. It was Odin Sphere and Grim Grimoire and stuff. And I was like, oh man. So the person who traded those in fucking stole them from somebody who loves video games and clearly has great taste in games. This person stole them and came and traded them into GameStop for a quick $1. Oh, fuck them. But I had to explain to the police officer, I was like, well, you're in luck. Like, I can't give them to you right now. But you're in luck that we have them still because I bought them. So I guess I need to bring them back. And so I brought them back, and the police confiscated them to be returned to their owner. But I then went and I ordered in another copy of Odin Sphere, though. I just looked around, like, there was a system where we could look at stores around that had a certain game, and so I called the nearest store that had one and was like, is this in, like, really good condition? Can you send it to my store because I want to purchase it? And they did, and I got it. So, but that was just the funny thing, was that, like, there was this, like, really nice stock of games that got traded in, but then the police came in the next day, and the game that I had just bought and started playing, I had to bring back so that the police could take it. I could have just lied about it, but I want that kid to get his game back, you know? Or man. Or lady. I don't know who it was who actually owned it, but yeah. The other story, though, did they arrest the dude? I hope so, but, you know, there's no way for us to know, you know? But I think they said yes. Well, what I mean is I was telling them about it, or we talked about the case a little bit, and it was like someone they knew or something, or it was like the police officer made it sound like, oh wait, but they traded in the stuff. No, yeah. So remember, when people trade in games, they have to use their ID, and we write down their name and address and all this shit about them. So yeah, that information also got sent to the police. They confiscated the items, and then we also gave them all of the trade information. That's why you have to give all that information when you trade, is because for exactly this situation. Then there was another time that the police came in, and they said that, like, somebody stole some games from another store somewhere else. But they didn't have an exact list, or, like, the games on the list were like, dude, we get 5 of those a day. So there was one where, like, we couldn't pinpoint a person, but the police wanted me to do a lineup, you know? And I was, like, super excited. They wanted me to do a lineup where I picked out the person who had a shady trade in recently. And I was really excited, and I went there, and I did it. I went to the police lineup to finger the criminal, you know, and I was so excited. But when I got there, they didn't have a lineup of people. They had like 7 or so sheets of paper that had pictures of people on them. They just had like 7 pictures that they wanted me to look at and say who it was. And I was like, oh man, I thought it was gonna be like the movies where they're lining up and we're behind the one-sided mirror and shit. But no, they just had a picture of each person. It was funny though, it was interesting. Here's why I bring it up as kind of an interesting story is, okay, so I've got this stack of papers. Each one has a picture of a perp on it, or a sus. Each one's got a sus on it, right? And I've got to pick out the perp. They specifically said I could only look at them in the order presented. I could not, like, lay them out on the table. I couldn't flip through them and I couldn't go back. I had to look at them one by one in the order that they were stacked. And then once I was done looking at all of them, I could start over and go through the stack again if I wanted. So, like, if I looked at one guy and I looked at the next guy and I wanted to go back to that guy, I technically had to go through the rest of them, start over, and then go to him again. I thought that was interesting. They only let me look at the people in that specific order.
The flicker, the bluish light.
By the way, I totally knew who the guy was. I fingered him. A lot of people trying to trade in last year's Madden? Oh, hell yeah. And they don't give a shit how little it's worth, usually. The only people who, like, cared what games were worth, usually, I don't know. It wasn't very often. Sometimes people would bellyache about how much stuff was worth. But I just had to be like, I don't know, man. It's a corporate company. The computer I just scan them in the computer. I got nothing. You had your game stolen and you never got them back? That sucks. The only game I've ever had stolen from me was Croc, Legend of the Gobbos, which I've recently found out was a favor that they stole that from us. But at the time, it was like my parents were shopping for houses, so they were selling their house. And at some point when we were gone, and a realtor was showing our house to somebody, it was the game that was in the system was the thing, Kazco. All it was that they took the game out of the PlayStation. They didn't take any games from our rack. They didn't take the case for it. It was just the game that we had in the PlayStation at that time was gone. So yeah, that was all that was. And my parents bought me another copy. It's firmly locked. I mean, I have tried this, right? What is this a thing up here? No. That would have been a nightmare, King. If I did have any power over the prices, I would have hated that. It was such a nice thing to just not have that be an aspect of the job. A SNES with cables and one controller for $50? Probably. That seems fair to me. Seems fair. I don't know though. As long as it's a Nintendo controller, though, don't get a third-party controller. Make sure you get a Nintendo controller, and if any of the buttons seem like they're not very sensitive, just open it up and clean them. Clean the contacts. But don't get an off-brand controller. They're always terrible. You guys, okay, I have a great trade-in story from GameStop in general. I traded in my Wii to get my PS3. Now, should I have traded in my Wii? No. I luckily have Nicole's Wii now to use. I wish I still had my Wii. I wish I had the games that I traded in. But here's the thing though. I traded in my Wii and some of my old PS2 stuff to get the PS3. And I got, for a wired Guitar Hero guitar, remember those shitty plastic, like, Guitar Hero 2 guitars that were, they were like the red, I don't know who used the type of guitar. Was it Hendrix that used that guitar? But that shitty-ass wired PS2 guitar that at one point GameStops were just throwing away because they couldn't get rid of them, I got $12 for it. I got $12. I traded it in at the peak of Guitar Hero popularity. The peak of Guitar Hero on PS2 popularity. Did I get someone try to trade in a system that wasn't working? Oh yeah, all the time. Xbox 360s especially, dude. Xbox 360s, half of them were red ringed. Hey, Dreams in Red. Xbox 360s were red ringed all the time, or the disc trays were fucked up. I had so many fucked up disc trays, and people were always like, "It wasn't like that at home." It's like, that doesn't matter. I'm looking at the thing and it doesn't work. What do you want from me? You have a SNES with a few missing cords? Might be able to take it to a game store and ask to use their cables to check if it works. Oh, absolutely. Especially if you are going to buy the cables, you know? If you go to a store and be like, hey, if this thing works, I'll buy cables, then I'm sure they'll hook it up, if it's a local store. Do I have flies flying around me because I'm insane? So, I'm stuck in this video game, by the way. I've been stuck for the last hour. There's 2 doors and I just don't know how to open either of them. This is a blind playthrough. I like being stuck in games. It's just this place isn't very scary. Okay, time for methodical. Try to trade in the 360 that had red rings. Oh yeah, all the time. For a very long time, GameStop didn't take red ringed 360s. We just had to say no. We were just like, you know, if like the disc trays screwed up, then we'll take it as defective, you know, and then the warehouse will fix it. If it doesn't read a disc, the warehouse will fix it. If it's red ringed, just get it out of here. No one wants this. However, then at one point, GameStop was like, we take in red ring systems as like a big thing. And oh my god, we got so many. Fun fact, the most bored I've ever been working at GameStop, the slowest it's ever been, was certain times during, if you shake it, there's something bouncing around, open it up. Open that shit up. Does the Super Nintendo have the security screws on it, or is it Phillips? I don't remember. But here, let me find you something. I've got a link for you, if you don't have the thing. There you go. So certain times during Black Friday, actually. So GameStop would do a midnight opening on Black Friday, and then just stay open all day, right? And of course, at midnight it was super busy, but at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., no one. Like 1 customer per 2 hours. And because it was Black Friday, we had like 3 or 4 people working, which most of the time at GameStop there's 1 or 2 people working, and it's ridiculous. 3 or 4 people for 1 customer every 2 hours. I remember that was like one thing. The thing about working at GameStop was that there's always something to do. You could always go and alphabetize a section. You know, there's got to be something wrong with the alphabetization somewhere. There's little things you can do. There's always little things to do, right? Nah, we ran out. For once, I remember taking a copy of Portal 2, putting it in the demo PS3, and playing co-op with somebody. And just being like, man, we've had so much time to sit here and play Portal 2 that I'm kind of bored of it. Can I get like a noose and hang myself on this? Like, what the hell am I supposed to do here? We are now into just thoroughly check every single room mode. Stop hissing at me, cockroaches. This game's really good, but like, what is going on here? At least last time I was stuck, I had all those boxes to stack up and try to get out of bounds. Open up on Thanksgiving? Maybe now, but not when I worked there. Probably now, though. We had to work on Thanksgiving because we had to get ready for Black Friday. So basically yes, but they weren't actually open when I was there. But remember, it was a midnight opening for Black Friday, which meant yes, we were working Thanksgiving evening. Oh, sorry, Casco. Would I recommend working at GameStop? I mean, it was fine. I wouldn't recommend it. It was a great high school job. It was a really great high school job, but once I got out of high school, they didn't pay enough to actually make a living. Which was a mixture of bad pay and like sometimes not enough hours. When I was assistant manager, though, I got 40 hours a week, but yeah. So, like, I mean, here's how I should say it. Not anymore. Because okay, when I first started there, I did put in a 2 weeks notice. Here's the thing that bugs me. I worked there for like 6 years, and I worked well. I think I was a good worker. And I put in my 2 weeks notice to our district manager and our regional manager, as in like the people who were right above the store level. Nothing back. No thanks for being here. No good luck in the future. They didn't reply. They didn't reply to my 2 week notice email. And I was like, what the fuck? But anyway, when I first started there, it was all fun and games except get reserves, get people to pre-order games and get people to get the discount card. And that was, by the way, hi Chilled, good to see you. That was it. It was please get reserves, which is the same as pre-orders, reserve, pre-order, same thing. Please get pre-orders, please get people to get the discount card. And those were the two things we had to sell. By the end of when I worked there, it was get twice as many pre-orders that we used to require, get twice as many discount cards that we used to require, also get people to buy a certain percentage of the $1 to $3 gameplay guarantee year warranty on games. Also, sell this many tablets or iDevices. Also, get people to trade in this many tablets and iDevices, which how we're supposed to do that, I don't know. I guess awareness. Raise awareness and they will come. Sell this many digital games. Sell this many things off of the website. There were just so many fucking things that were tracked. Oh, get everybody to do the survey. That was a big one. That was huge. On the receipt, there was a survey. Get everybody to do it, but only if they answer a 10 out of 10. Get everybody to do it, and everybody's got to give you a 10 out of 10 or we're pissed. Like, there were so damn many things that were tracked and we had to hit a percentage on that it was just so stressful all the time. Now, what was the thing after that? After I left, I've heard it's gotten even worse. After I left, they now push pre-owned sales over new sales. Now that was always a number that they looked at. They always looked at every store's pre-owned sales versus new sales. They wanted everybody to sell pre-owned because that's where the profit is. They didn't really want to sell new, even though they wanted you to get a whole bunch of pre-orders and sell new games when they came out via pre-orders. They really wanted that, but contradictorily, or on the contrary, or whatever, however you say that, they also wanted you to only ever sell pre-owned stuff, never sell new stuff. It's bad for your store's percentage. Apparently they started tracking that on an individual employee basis as well. So it was great when I was in high school, and like, you know, it was better than Culver's. It was better than working in fast food. It's better than having no job. But it's very stressful. They don't want you to be excited about video games. They want you to be a used car salesman more than ever. Did the president of the company ever come to my store? No. The highest up person who ever came to my store was the regional manager. But nowadays there's, region is big though. I think there were only 4 or 5 regions. So, so that was pretty big. And that guy was a fucking idiot. Like, this guy was 100% a, like, I went to business school guy. Did not know how a store should look. You know, like, he gave us, like, I can't think of an example, but he gave us, like, suggestions on how to move things around to be better and stuff, and it's like, this is so dumb. Like, just the... Yeah. Also, the district manager and regional managers, they were very amused at the idea of working a cash register. Like, I remember, like, overhearing them laughing about, like, I don't know how to do a transaction on the cash registers. And it's like, oh, well, maybe you should have been a store manager before you managed a bunch of them. Oh yeah, also when I first started at GameStop also, it was a lot more about video games and video game accessories. Propane and propane accessories. We didn't sell pop figures and that kind of stuff. Fake hundos? I don't think so. We tested the hundos. We had the Benji pen, but I never got any fakes. I got fake games. Especially DS games. Especially Pokemon and Mario Kart for DS. I got a lot of fake games, and, you know, I had to always be like, look, I'm not saying you faked this game, but this game's fake, and I can't take it. $800 in fake 20s? Jeez. Looking at them in the light. What, the hundos? I mean, we had a pen. We had a pen that I don't even... okay, I guess to be real for a second, I guess I don't know. Because... I guess I don't know whether I took any fake ones, because the pen never told me that one was fake. But for all I know, either the pen didn't work, or... I didn't know what it looked like when it found a fake one. I imagine the ink was a different color, right? Like, that's what I figured it was. You draw, it makes a little brown line, right? I figured that if it was fake, it would be like black or something. I don't know. Maybe I did take fake hundos and I just didn't know because I didn't know how to operate the pen. Yeah, okay. See, I never, right. And I don't, like, that's the thing. I don't think I ever saw it turn dark brown. Okay, one time, somebody wanted to buy Call of Duty, but they didn't have their ID on them. And this girl looked like she was like 16. I don't know. She looked young enough to card her, right? And she wanted to buy Call of Duty, and I asked her for her ID. She didn't have her ID. But she had a credit card. She's like, I have a credit card. That means I'm 18. I was like, you gotta have an ID. If your credit card had a picture on it, maybe. But you gotta have an ID. And she was pretty mad, but she left. And this was like 10 minutes before we closed. And then like 5 or 10 minutes after we closed, she brought this guy to the store who, you know, I had to go talk to him outside because the door was locked. And he was fucking furious that I wouldn't accept her holding a credit card. What the fuck was that? He was furious that I wouldn't accept the fact that she was holding a credit card as proof that she was 18. About the fight, well, like yelling at me. Why don't they, Spooky? I think you can get that if you request it, but yeah, it should be standard. Anyway, the point is, exactly, Flex, exactly. The point is, first of all, what do you want me to do? Like, the rule is that you need an ID. And on top of that, if you don't have an ID, then I don't know it's your card. You need an ID to use a credit card, with me at least, and like for purchases, I don't know, there was like a threshold. But you need an ID to use a credit card also, because I need to know that it's your credit card. What do you want from me? The guy that, oh my god, yeah, that was a thing once. Somebody like came up to the door after closing and was like knocking on the door, and I was like, we're closed. And so he was like, okay, all right, they're closed. And he takes out his checkbook and presses his checkbook up against the door. Like, like, oh, you plan on, like, to say, like, I guess I thought, maybe he thought that I thought that he just wanted to browse. But that, like, the checkbook, okay, this guy's serious about buying something, so I should let him in so I can let him purchase something with a fucking check! I don't want to take a check! That was funny. Okay. As far as like weird stuff that happened, I had the weirdest thing that ever happened to me at GameStop. The very weirdest thing. A guy came in a big trench coat, and like fingerless gloves, and the bottom of his trench coat, like it looked like his coat ended at like just below his knees, but then the last little bit was filled in with like a floral pattern kind of like sheet. Right, like it was sewn onto the coat, and it filled in the rest of his legs. And I'll never forget it. He came up to me. He walked up to the register and said to me, "Toxicity is what I am experiencing." And I was like, "What? Can I help you?" And he wanted like $2. He wanted like a couple dollars so that he could get on the bus. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't personally have any cash on me, and I can't give you store money. I can't give you money from the register. Like, sorry, dude, I got nothing. And he like took it pretty well. He was mad at the man holding him down. He was like, this part I don't remember word for word because it wasn't as weird as the first thing he said. But he was just like, oh, you know, I get it. The man, the corporations holding us down, you know, all that kind of stuff. And he kind of, and then he like made this motion with his hands and said like, I guess I'm just gonna have to mug somebody or something like that. I was like, well, you probably shouldn't, and be safe, because he was like on his way out. And then as he was leaving, like he opens the door and like as he's going, he turns back and says, 9-inch nails, as he's leaving. And I was like, that is the weirdest thing. Like this guy, he was clearly tripping balls, but like it was weird. And then the next guy that came into the store was like, I don't know what's going on, but there's like a guy outside mumbling about mugging people. It seems kind of weird and dangerous. And I was like, oh geez, that is weird. And then a little while later, I think the thing was we called the cops because apparently he was outside of the store mumbling to himself about mugging people. So we called the cops. And they came in and said that like they found him like across the street at like Denny's or something, like being weird, exhibiting the behavior in which we called them for. A guy getting upset that the store wouldn't accept the GameCube controllers with no box? Well, why wouldn't they? They wouldn't buy the GameCube controllers? Kids used to hate you at Walmart because when you worked with electronics, you would tell parents what the games were like. Oh, right, yeah. Metalhead, I mean, call me a goody two-shoes or whatever, but yeah, I mean, when, I would read the ESRB description. I would say that, you know, are you okay? The game's M for blank, blank, blank. Which, you know, I wouldn't do that now. If I worked there now, I wouldn't do that. But I did. It was my little power trip, you know. Tell these parents what their kids are buying. Maybe this little kid won't get his M-rated game, even though I played M-rated games when I was a kid, and it was a seriously positive part of my growing up. Lady came in your store last week to buy wine coolers. She was with her niece, who was only 20. You carded both of them and refused the sale because the other person was a minor. Her mom called you. Oh, right, because you have to be 21, right. Who made the rule that we have to card people to buy liquor because it was... Wait. Called me and asked, who made the rule that we have to card people to buy liquor because it was fucking stupid? What do you mean, who made the rule? That's always been the rule! Right. Yeah, it's the law. 3 people selling cookies? Oh, yeah, we had people sell cookies in front of GameStop, but they asked first. We were like, hell yeah. Can I have some cookies? Oh, okay, like carding the other people who were in the store. Ask for some on the side. See, that's what I'm saying. Make a deal. Make a deal, Metalhead. It does depend on how they're selling them, though. I mean, like... You know, if they're being, like, salesmen about these fucking cookies, I don't want to scare people away from the store. But if they're cool, just be like, can I have some cookies? Where's my cut? What the fuck do I do in this place? Oh my god, it's like way later than I expected. I didn't expect to be able to play this game so long. But like, it turned out to not be very scary today. And because I got stuck. And then chat's been bumping. Everything went red at one point. What the hell was that all about? We already did the machine. Why would this still be here? I guess just because it's the last thing. I like don't have any notes. Search for another way around the barred gate. Okay. Somebody came in, stole a can of Rockstar, went to the bathroom, cut the can up, used it to heat up heroin, OD'd and died? Holy shit. That is crazy. At Uptown Minneapolis GameStop, the worst we had was there was one time that we were pretty sure somebody shot up in the bathroom. And then there was another time that somebody definitely peed in the sink. And then the bathroom was employees only after that. Secretly, I was glad somebody peed in the sink because then the bathroom was employees only with good reason, and it was just easier to deal with. But again, you know, that was just me having my little power trip because I worked at GameStop and I had to be like, no, bathroom's just for me. It's my bathroom. Peed out a second-story window once. I almost had to once, but I found a bottle and peed in the bottle and then dumped the bottle out the second-story window. Autopsy ruled he had a heart attack, which caused him to slip and fall and break his neck. What the fuck? That's even crazier. I wouldn't have wanted to watch that. Holy shit. I can't handle stuff like that. I don't think I've ever seen a video of somebody die. I don't think. And it would really, really upset me if I saw a video of somebody dying. I kinda saw a video of somebody dying once. I saw a video of somebody busting into somebody else's apartment with a machete and then get shot. And then there wasn't any video, but there was audio for the rest of the time while the guy fucking sat there and breathed with a punctured lung forever and talked about how badly it hurt. And then the news story was about how the guy died. So I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And that upset me. It was really bizarre, the video I saw, because the guy on the ground breathing was like, I hear you, metalhead. The guy on the ground breathing was like, you killed me, man, in a very heavy voice because he was dying. And the other guy was like, well, you were gonna kill me. And he goes, yeah, I was. And the guy who shot him goes, so I did the right thing then. And the dying guy was like, yeah, you did. That's fucking weird, man. You know, gamers never look up. I heard about this in a Valve game. They say it's really hard to get people to look up. Music soaring in the play. Oh, are you talking about at GameStop? What we had was the most irritating loop of commercials in the entire world. We had GameStop TV. Gamers! Do you want to get the competitive edge in Call of Duty? Then you need this stupid bullshit. Power to the players. All day. That's what I'm looking for, Spooky. Oh yeah, absolutely Ghost. Call of Duty sucks. Call of Duty is fine for the people who play Call of Duty. Okay, so we need another way across this. That's what we're looking for, another way around. Yes, I am still in Minneapolis. Why? You work on roofs for a living? Oh. Cool. July is a good time to be in Minnesota. It's beautiful here in July. Oh, you're going to SGDQ. Can you register for that yet? Because I got to get registered for that. I definitely want to go again. It was fun. I would like to have somebody to talk to, though, this time. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's keep an eye on this gate. Let's only expand outward from the gate that we're supposed to open. So there's the gate. It's not here that we're gonna get through. Yeah, there were things to play in the store. Yep. And the representatives for the owning companies would come in and change out the stuff. The Sony rep was really cool. The Microsoft rep was kind of weird, but he was pretty cool. How was he weird? I don't really know how to describe it. I liked him. I got along with him. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. And then the Nintendo rep, I only met like one time ever. I think. So Mario Odyssey comes out on Friday. Pretty excited about that. I know I'm just going in these rooms over and over again, but it's like... Search for another way around the barred gate. And I imagine barred gate is this one. with the padlock on it. I ran out of lantern fuel a really long time ago. So let's look in the direction down here. Let's check this out. If we look down here, we can see that it goes... It looks like it goes left. It might go right. And it's down some stairs. Listen to these rats. Dread Halls, wasn't that the VR game? Yeah. I'm sure that game was very inspired by this one. A lot of games like took after this game.
This shouldn't be.
Oh, my guy's going crazy. Okay, I'm just using my map skills to try to remember where I am. So it's down there. So this is like the way that leads over there. I did, but it's out of oil. I ran around this area confused for too long, and now it's out of oil. So instead I've lit every torch I can. So it's pretty dark in these rooms, but I can kind of see right now. Your eyes adjust pretty well. Oh god, I'm going crazy. This is like really the area that we're supposed to be going. The direction. Unless I'm supposed to go up. Man, those rat sounds are kind of unsettling. I freaked myself out there for a second. Dark Souls 3? What? Why wouldn't you play Dark Souls 1? That's crazy to me. It's like my brother-in-law. I got my brother-in-law Dark Souls when it was the game. And he never played it. But then when Dark Souls 3 came out, or when Dark Souls 2 came out, he bought that and played it a bunch. Make some noise. Maybe this thing will like bust this door open. Like, can I lure a zombie over here to bust this door open coming after me? But yeah. When Dark Souls 2 came out, he bought that and played that. I was like, why wouldn't you play the second one? And then Dark Souls 3 came out, and he bought that and played it. I just don't understand. I'm trying to make some noise. X-Pac. You think you can tell me what to do? Think you can tell me what to wear? You think you better? Well, you better get ready to bow to the master. Suck it. Fuck! I hear him coming, kind of. I hear him groaning ghoulishly. You're stuck at 4 Kings New Game Plus? I think I had a game stuck there one time. It was hard. I found out from Oni that 4 kings are a little bit easier to just deck yourself out in armor and not bother dodging their attacks. Oh my gosh, that's what you're saying. You thought you could tank their hits with heavy armor, but it was a mistake. Oh, geez, that's my strategy. It's easier than dodging. But then you watch the speedruns and they just do it naked with no health. And they dodge everything. And it's like, well, that's a speedrun. I shouldn't compare myself to them. I'd say the average store probably had 10 or fewer employees. There was usually a manager, an assistant manager, 2 or 3 more key holders, and then like 4 or 5 game advisors, which they filled in the blanks as far as that stuff. Seasonal workers, yep. Well, that's the thing, Spooky, is that the manager, assistant manager, and 2 or 3 other people, they get all of the hours. Because GameStop is so fucking stingy with the hours that they gave to stores that the other people who work there, the little guys, the game advisors, they get nothing. They get like 3 hours a week. It's like, oh, this week I have 1 4-hour shift Thursday night, and that's my work week. You know, it's ridiculous. But hey, it was a fun job while I was in school. I met some cool people. And by paying me not enough, they forced me to get a good job. Instead of paying me just enough and have me live in a less comfortable manner. You know, I can move this bed. I can move this bed. Oh my god, remember how the bed had a hand on it? And I was like, what the fuck? And I clicked on it a few times. I was like, why is there a hand here? Well, okay, the hole is too narrow to slip through. All right, here we go. Here we go. There is a hole in the ground in one of the cells, but it is too small to fit a man. Okay. Cool. We did something. Whenever I'm stuck in a game, apparently it just means that there's a hole in the ground somewhere. Remember Resident Evil? Okay, does it fit a skull? Was this bedroom? No. Where's bedroom? Too small to fit a man. Okay. I did it. It's midnight, though. We played the game longer than I expected us to play it, and that's good. Sure wish I had a lantern right now. I'm going crazy. I've thought about playing Kingsfield on PS1. Whoa, I'm getting weird deja vu right now. The kind of deja vu where I have not done this before, but I feel like I have. But I know I haven't. And it's not like a similar experience. It's like, no, I literally feel like I can remember this exact thing happening. Don't seem so happy tonight. What? I'm very happy. We've had great conversations tonight. I drummed for 4 hours today, though. And then started playing this, and I was pooped at first, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can make it to 11. And now it's after midnight. There's a term for that? I know. I don't really know what it is, Spooky. It's like, it's not deja vu, because that's when the same thing happens to you twice. It's like, I know it's like what I feel like I remember this exact thing. I feel like I remembered going through a tunnel, making the comment about Kingsfield, taking the brick and breaking the things. That little sequence of events, while I was doing it, I felt like I remembered doing it. But there's no way. And that's never actually happened before. And I always wonder about it. I feel like I call it, my term for it is brain lag. Because I feel like what it is that there's something weird happening with your like frontal lobe or something where your perception is getting a little bit behind your short-term memory. So you're remembering it as you're perceiving it. It's like already in your memory. That's my I know nothing about the human brain theory and term for it. I kind of feel like it's a good stopping point, which I know sucks because we like just got here, and I spent so long running around that area not knowing to move the stupid bed. But it's after midnight. I don't know. I'm feeling good though. I don't know what I would do if I quit playing right now. Go relax, get a good night's sleep, and be able to actually come and stream at a decent time tomorrow, I think is the plan. Do something relaxing, wind down, get a good night's sleep. Back tomorrow, sore as hell from all the drumming I did today, probably. I think that'll be the plan. Thank you for watching, everybody. We had a really great conversation tonight. The game was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I am excited to play more of this game. It's a stressful game, kinda, but it's plenty of fun, and I like that I'm making progress in it. I'm very worried that I used up all my lantern oil, though, in the last area. But hey, that's what makes the blind first playthrough fun, right? the fact that it's extremely suboptimal and things are scarier than they need to be because I'm playing poorly. That's what makes it fun. So thanks so much for watching. Let me find somebody to host here. Have a spooky good night. Thanks, Spooky. Do I have my phone on me? Of course I don't. All right, let's come over here. I'm gonna find someone to do a spooky raid on. Let's go. Well, looks like Swishface is streaming, and he's playing the new Doom. The new Doom is cool, and it looks like he hasn't played it before. He's playing on Nightmare mode, which is, you know, the highest difficulty, other than the one that's permadeath. And it looks like he's pretty far into the game. So I will send you guys over there. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourselves a good night. Bye-bye. Hang on, I forgot to actually do this correctly. There we go. Bye!
Thanks for the host, Dash.